about everything I eat, because if it consists nuts or contains nuts, or even in a factory facilitated with nuts, I try not to, eat from there. So my main thing is with nuts is I can do without walnuts, I can do without peanuts, I can do without pecans and stuff, but it would be a joy to be actually able to eat those nuts again. And so peanuts, to me, since I haven't been able to eat nuts for such a long time now, it actually stinks. Like, I used to eat peanut butter out of the jar. The smell of it is like, that's not, how is that even consumable? Because the smell, the stench of it is just like, it reeks really, really badly. And I've come into favor of the sun butter, which is my absolute favorite. And since I was always so timid to eat from nuts, I would never eat the almond butter, I would never eat, cashew butter, but I will always want to. So today, I'm actually going to try cashews. Cashews has always been my favorite love of nuts, more than anything, because it's like a sweet and salty and nutty type of a nut, right? So I was like, if I can eat cashews, then my whole vegan experience or vegan journey or healthier lifestyle journey that I'm on right now would be so grand if I can eat cashews, because a lot of the vegan foods or vegetarian foods use cashew butter or cashew milk, especially for those who are trying to wean off of cheese, because I didn't think I was going to actually become a full-fledged vegan because I like cheese. And it's so hard for me to want macaroni and cheese and not be able to consume it, because most people who are nutritionists, they use cashew milk or cashew milk or cashew butter for replacement of cheese. And since I've always been timid to eat from nuts, I could never eat their food. So I'm trying this out to see if I still have that allergy, because a lot of people say when you become more health conscious and you actually eat from the universe, your body will actually reverse its illness. Like people with diabetes, people with illness, people with mucus, that type of stuff, it'll actually reverse it for you. And even though a lot of people, even in the vegan community, still chooses to stay away from nuts and GMO and stuff like that, it's still beneficial in a way, but in a way to eat nuts. But most of the products that a lot of companies are using are trying to be more nut allergy free. So it's beneficial, to not be able to have that type of products. But at the same time, if you can't eat walnuts and you can't eat almonds and you can't eat, cashews, it still has some perks about it. So more or less, I'm here to try these cashews. So if anything happens, at least you guys can say, well, she attempted, she might not have succeeded, or whatever the case may be. But I'm hoping with this journey that I'm on that it'll actually help reverse it. So that way I won't really be allergic to nuts. Because if I can eat cashews, then I would definitely go get me some macaroni and cheese right now, because there's this vegan spot that I found, and I've already had their fried mushrooms and stuff, and it was like really, really good. So I can just imagine eating their macaroni and cheese and eating their spaghetti, and I'm just like borderline heaven bound right now, because if I could actually if I can actually still eat my soul food that I grew up eating and it tastes good, I'm gonna be ecstatic. So here's my attempt, and hopefully it works out for me. So most people with the allergies, either they break out in hives or their tongue will start to swell up and their throat will start closing. So you will kind of catch those symptoms immediately. Most people, like my first reaction to peanuts was not only did my face and stuff would start to swell up, I would break out in hives. And I remember eating a peanut butter egg. It was around Easter time, and you know they always have those egg peanut butter with Reese's. And I remember just taking a bite out of it, and I immediately was like trying to catch my breath, and I had to hurry up and like let the Benadryl seep down into my throat so that way it'll immediately work. So I keep Benadryl. Here it is, right here, just in case if I go anywhere else and it just so happens that they have nuts in it and I didn't know it had nuts in the dish, or I didn't know they was cooking with nuts or whatever, and I just so happens to have a reaction. I don't have an EpiPen or anything like that, so I keep the Benadryl around me. Most people say if you take the Benadryl first, you shouldn't have a reaction, but my thing is I try to be more conscious or just stay away from those type of facilities if possible. But anyway, here's my attempt. I have my Benadryl right on hand, and my eyes are not watering. My fingers are not tingling because I'm not itching. Most of the time, you get that itching, tingling sensation when you come in close contact of your allergy reaction. I mean, think about all the pollen in the air. Like eventually, your nose start to scratch and itch, and your eyes start watering. Your throat, you hear them people like trying to cough up stuff. Like, yeah, I don't think mine is that bad, but I have had similar reactions. So here I go. Whew. Takes a lot of faith, right? Faith of a mustard seed. So far, my tongue isn't tingling or swelling up, because normally I won't be able to actually feel my tongue, and then that's when I start panicking, because I'll be like, I'm trying to feel my tongue. My lips will start itching and swelling up, and then they'll just get real big. I'll start breaking out in hives. Like you'll start to see webs coming around my eyes, and they'll get real puffy. And then I'll start looking like Will Smith off of that movie Hitch, when he was like, the reasons that we're here. And he was drinking that Benadryl, because to be true, yo, if you ever want to get drunk, this will have you on edge. I remember having my allergy reactions and just putting my tongue in there. Just the tip of this would make me so drowsy to the point where I'm like, I have to take a nap. So I can't just take this randomly. Like, I have to be self-aware and self-conscious about what I eat and what's around me and stuff like that. Because if anything, by any means necessary, if I have to use this and consume this immediately, my symptoms will go away. And then by the end of that moment, like, I'm automatically like put in a trance. Like, I'm like drifting off, dozing off, sleepy already. And this is children's allergy. So just imagine me being an adult drinking this stuff and getting drunk off of it. So I see why Will Smith was over there singing The Reasons, because it really does have you tipsy. He had a straw in there and everything. But in order for me to continue this video, after consuming 2 of these cashews, my tongue isn't tingling, my eyes aren't watery. Yes, I can feel my tongue, and I really haven't had any allergies in almost a year now, since I've been transitioning into this vegan, a more healthier lifestyle, because I don't like putting titles on things. But since I've been more health conscious and consuming a lot of the things from the universe, I honestly believe it has been working out in my favor. My skin has been glowing internally, externally, because people compliment me on my skin. They say my skin is so even, and I don't wear makeup anymore. I try my hardest not to wear as much makeup and keep my skin pure as possible. But I think I've always been like that, but I've only done makeup or wore makeup just to see if I had the skills or if it would enhance my beauty or just to kind of keep up with certain things. And there's nothing wrong with using makeup as an accessory, because it's supposed to, you know, kind of give you, it really is an accessory, because, you know, women, we're already naturally beautiful, like internally and externally. We are naturally pretty women without makeup. So that's my reason for not wearing makeup. But since this transition, I haven't really had allergies, nor have I been sick. I cannot tell you the last time I've actually been sick. And even when my son was living, I would, when he was born, when I found out that he was born, I immediately started changing my eating habits. I started doing more of my yoga, because I was doing yoga when I was like 6 to 7 months pregnant with him. Went to, you know, frequent doctor visits, and they would, you know, try to keep me on the health regimen go. And then when he was born, I would give him smoothies, and I would fix him oatmeal, and I would keep all of my fruit produce at the bottom shelf of the refrigerator. So when he got older and he wanted to eat, and I would be either too tired or maybe taking a nap, and he would wake up before me and say, "Mommy, I'm hungry." Or he'll wake me up and say, "Mommy, can I have this apple?" And I would wake up and be like, "Yeah, baby, go ahead and eat the apple." And he would just sit and eat his apple. And that type of lifestyle has been with me for quite some time now. So I honestly feel like it's working in my favor, because I'm not having a reaction right now. So now that I know that it's okay for me to eat cashews, yes, like, damn, like, I'm on that for real. Like, I'm so ecstatic right now. I'm still monitoring it. It's only been 2 cashews, but I feel like at this point, my allergies have been reversed. Like I said, I don't remember the last time I've been sick. Normally during the first few months of the year, in the summertime or whatever, when the pollen is real heavy and the atmosphere changes, I used to take real bad Allegra pills when I was younger because of the allergies, and my nose would be running, and I would be coughing up mucus all day, and I'm like, man, sneezing and just like, what is this? What is going on? You know, and it would just be a bother. But now I don't have those problems anymore. I don't remember the last time I've been sick, and I tell people that, like, I don't remember the last time I've been sick. And I mean, even during the winter, I didn't catch a cold or a head cold or a sinus cold or anything. I was just be normal since I've been transitioning, and I'm okay with that. So I can finally eat my cashews, and I'm so ecstatic. Like, this is beyond great, because now I can actually venture off and go pick at certain, like, different dishes and stuff that I've been wanting to try for so long, but I've always been afraid to do it. Now I can make my own cashew milk, because I've been looking at a lot of YouTube videos, and everybody's making and preparing their own dishes, and they use a lot of, you know, whole cashews, and they make their own milk from there. And I'm like, you know, if I can do this will save me a whole lot of money, as well as, you know, the excitement of cooking and trying new dishes for yourself. It works for me. Everybody don't know how to cook, or don't nobody really like to be homebody like that, or they prefer, you know, to dine out every once in a while. That's cool every once in a while, but when you start looking at your pocket budget, and then all of the things and the ingredients, that I'm self-learning how to be more self-aware of the ingredients, because even before all of the knowledge that has been accessible to me, I used to be like, what does this word mean? while looking at the ingredients, and could no one tell me. So I'm going to the elements scientific table, trying to compound and add up these compounds and try to figure out what they mean. I'm like, I shouldn't have to go through this. If this is real food, I should be able to cook it. Makes sense to me now. I mean, it made sense to me then, but I didn't have direction and I didn't have guidance. So I've just learned to just trust my inner being, and everything within me trusting myself has allowed me to expand myself and expand in knowledge. And with that being said, I feel like I'm becoming more richer and more profound with the knowledge that I've accumulated over the years, because not too many people, they know, but they still act like they don't know. So it's like you're choosing to be blind, leading the blind, or you're choosing to allow another person lead you into destruction without, you know what I'm saying, rebelling. But rebelling, from what I've always understood, was a no-go. And you would be like condemned to hell for rebelling. And I'm like, nah, I'd rather be aware and knowing what the hell is going on and what's being put in my body, because all of these chemicals, our bodies are not made of chemicals. We are not robots. We are not, you know what I'm saying, we are parts of this world as a, you know, uniformed, universal being. But the chemicals and the compounds that they've accumulated to create, it's not natural to us. So with me learning what I learned, it's kind of like, well, why would I continue to eat the stuff that I know isn't good for me, and then later down the road suffering from diabetes? And diabetes run real big on both sides of my family. And even when I had my son, when they was like, well, pre-diabetic is what they tried to diagnose me as. And then that's when I was like, okay, well, let me continue on with my health regimen, doing my yoga and stuff like that, to the point where my son didn't have a problem eating broccoli. He enjoyed it. My son didn't have a problem drinking smoothies. He enjoyed it. My son didn't have a problem eating apples and bananas. You couldn't pay him not to eat a banana. I don't care if we was going to the gas station around the corner. He would be like, can I have this? And they was like, yeah, go ahead, little man. And it'll be a banana. So it's more beneficial when you can just pick up a piece of fruit and just eat it along the way and be satisfied completely, compared to just eating a bag of chips or a plate full of ribs and then feeling disgusted and discouraged and just downright nasty after you eat it, to the point where you just pass out. Okay. And it was good for a minute until you start getting that sluggish feeling. I'm like, man, why? I shouldn't have ate that. Man, I shouldn't have ate that. I don't have those problems anymore. Now that I eat, and the foods that I eat now are so rich with minerals and nutrients and stuff, to the point where I'm like, man, I can't even eat no more. Normally, I'll eat about 2 or 3 plates of this, but right now, I don't even, man, I got to put the rest of this up. And then I'll be like, I got energy. We need to go run a mile or go do some yoga, or I be doing my YouTube videos with Monique and her personal trainer. So I be in the living room, just go ahead and get a Monique, because I'm looking at her like, if she can do it, I can do it. So here's my journey. I'm able to actually eat cashews, so I'm going to finish the rest of this. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. Like, this is a whole new world. Like, I am so serious. They need to make a black princess for that one, because if Whitney was here, she would definitely would have done it. But we got some good, beautiful talent out here still. So Disney, you know what I'm saying? If you ever want to make a black princess for Aladdin, yes, we are on it. For real, we're on it. I'll be all here for it. Make it a whole new world for all of us melanin folks, so that way we can start cultivating our culture and then have our kids something more aspiring to look at for themselves in the near future. Right on, right on.